Are we trying their microphones?
I think what we decided to do is cut their mics because we were getting so much feedback. Mm-hmm. And when they answer, we'll just say what they said. Like they said the butterfly.
Okay, just leave our mics on. Got it. I can do that.
We'll repeat them.
I just was like, didn't know how it was so weird. Oh, you can move it. Did we agree? Did we agree we would read it out if it couldn't be heard?
Answer?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And listen, coaches, if you're sitting close to your kids, make sure you mute if they need to confer, so that doesn't get picked up by accident. Just a reminder, only cameras that should be on are cameras of coaches and cameras of students.
Should we go ahead and get started?
I think we're ready.
All right, let's do this. Good morning. Welcome to the 2022 Battle of the Books. The Battle of the Books is a reading program where our fifth graders across Chesterfield County read at least 8 of the 25 Bob books and compete in a 2 or 3 school competition. Players buzz in to answer the questions about the books. These students have taken on a big responsibility to read these books, write summaries, or take quizzes and practice with a group. Thanks to everyone who helped make this competition happen. The students, of course, parents, the 5th grade teachers, school administrators, librarians, and library assistants. I'd like to introduce the team coaches that help prepare for the Bob teams. Mrs. Herding, our library assistant, who will be our scorekeeper here today. And I am Mrs. Zabel, the school librarian at Watkins, and I'm also going to be reading some competition questions.
And I am Mrs. Gizzarelli. I'm the librarian at Evergreen Elementary. Our librarian assistant, Mrs. Bruner, will be also assisting with taking score. And that's it for Evergreen.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Profita from Swift Creek Elementary, home of the Gators. And I am here to read questions, and Amy Lott, our instructional designer, is here to help us as well. I would like to go ahead and introduce my team. We have on our team Della, Jennifer, Charlie, Johan, Grace, Jacob, Emmanuel, Annalise, Emma, Alexis, Sean, and Maisie.
Our team members here from Watkins are Alyssa, if you could wave, Vivian, Caitlin, Megna, Sloan, Eleanor, Taylor, and Adeline.
Okay, for Evergreen, we have Baylor Cuts, Briella Ansell, Grayson Dent, and Colin Dent, Molly Colacerto, Lulu Pollard, Victoria Lee Shelton, Emma Boone, and we had 2 alternates who have come in to join us. They will not be participating today, but in case their parents are on, Nicholas Deschavelle and Jeremy Broussard. So we are happy that you're here. We want to see 4th graders on our Bob team next year, so they are joining us also. Parents and teachers, please make sure that your microphone and camera are turned off throughout the entire competition, as we would like to cover as many questions as possible in each round. So the competition will be played in 2 rounds. We will explain the expectations for each round as that round is about to begin. The first round will be 20 minutes long. And I forgot to mention, I will be the timekeeper. Each team has the opportunity to answer questions using buzzers. And we are using a program called Buzz In Live. So everybody's using the same system. All answers in round 1 will be a book title. Students can buzz as soon as they feel they know the answer, and the coach will stop reading the question as soon as the buzz is heard. Students may converse with their teammates before giving an answer, but the student who buzzes in must provide the answer. If they do need to confer, they will have 10 seconds to do that conferring. Points will not be deducted for incorrect answers. The entire question will be read to the other teams if an incorrect title is given the first time. If all teams do not provide the correct title, then the coach will give the answer. Are there any questions? Baylor? His question is, sometimes buzz in doesn't seem to buzz in when you hit the buzzer. We just have to go with whatever buzz in says. There's no other way we can determine that. And he asked if they take longer than 10 seconds. I think we'll just keep track of the time, and at 9 seconds, I'll say I need an answer. And at that point, we need to have an answer. Okay? And if you don't have an answer at that 10-second mark, just say pass. Okay? No sweat. All right. Does everybody have their buzzers set? Let's see. I'm going to hear the buzzers. And the timer is ready for 20 minutes. Scorekeepers, ready. And we will begin round 1 now.
Question number 1. In which book did a boy say a major argument with his sister started over a toaster pastry? Joanne. That is correct.
Question number 2. In which book does a father's silly dance give rise to an escape plan? Emma.
She said A Night Divided.
That's correct.
All right, next question. In which book are characters Adeline?
She passed.
Okay, I'll read the entire question for everyone else. I'm going to clear the buzzers. Only Swift Creek and Evergreen may buzz in. In which book are characters writing poems? Baylor? He said the last 5th grade of Emerson Elementary, and that is the right answer.
Hey, Baylor.
Okay. Buzzers cleared? Okay.
Buzzers are cleared.
Next question. In which book does a character realize she has to forgive her dad in order to be happy? Baylor at Evergreen.
He said Harbor Me.
That is correct.
Hey, Baylor.
Question 5. In which book did a teacher sit at a table and read Sarah, Plain and Tall with a group of girls? Eleanor at Watkins. The Losers Club, that's correct.
going to pause the timer for just a second. Mrs. Zabel, do you have the sound turned up on your buzzer, on buzz in?
I will.
Okay, because they're buzzing right away and you're finishing the question, just if we're going to be consistent. Do you have it turned up? Okay. All right, so let me clear all the buzzers. Let me restart the timer. And we're on to the next question. In which book does a girl move to Houston after second grade when her father got a new job? Lulu at Evergreen.
Flora and Ulysses?
Not Flora and Ulysses. I can reread the question. In which book does a girl move to Houston grade when her father got a new job? Emma Owens at Swift Creek, do you know the answer? I can't hear you. You're muted.
She said first rule of punk.
It is not the first rule of punk. So, at Watkins. Can Caitlin answer for her team?
No, you don't lose one. Show me home. It's been 10 seconds.
It's time.
All right, the answer is Song for a Whale. Okay, no one got that one. That's okay.
Oh, hold on. We're clear. Okay. We have some that the system is still buzzing and buzzing for them, even though they're not hitting it. I just wanted to let you guys know. Guys, we'll let it get cleared and then I'll read the question.
All right, I've got buzzers cleared.
In which book did the story begin with three brothers playing an indoor-outdoor scavenger hunt? Charlie Sunshine at Swift Creek. Escape from Mr. Lemoncello's library, correct.
Question number 8. In which book does the students go to Yanni Valley Science and Letters Colin at Evergreen?
He
That
said
is
the terrible two.
Yep, that is correct.
All right, next question. In which book did a girl receive a gold chain with a star on it? Colin at Evergreen? It is the butterfly. Oh, he said, is it the butterfly? Yes, it is the butterfly. Sorry about that.
Ready? Are we clear?
Yep, we're clear. Sorry.
They're right. Hold on. We'll address. I got it, Mark. Good. Okay. Question number 10.
We can't hear you. Only Swift Creek buzzed in. Nobody can hear the question. How about we just skip that question?
Okay. We can.
Okay, let's just clear it. We'll clear it.
We ready for question number 11?
All right, number 11, go.
In which book does a boy find a princess doll? Sloan at Watkins? That is correct. Gone fishing.
Is that gone? Did she say gone fishing?
Yes, gone fishing.
Okay, sorry, I couldn't hear. All right, next question. In which book do kids use the great escalator trade? All right, Lulu says The Season of Sticks Malone, and that is correct.
Are you clear? I got you guys.
Yeah, we're clear.
Okay, I'm going to read really loud. My students are saying it's really hard to hear the other questions, so I'm going to try to be really loud. In which book does a guy only eat food that's been thrown out?
Molly at Evergreen. She says The Great Shelby Holmes.
That is correct.
Question 14. In which book did a young girl from an immigrant family grow up in New York in the 1940s? Lulu from Evergreen.
I said.
She
That is
said I
correct.
Descent. All right. In which book does a character have PTSD? Victoria at Evergreen. She said, is it Song for a Whale? That is not correct. Emma Owens at Swift Creek. In which book does a character have PTSD? Does Emma have an answer at Swift Creek?
Yes, her response was Ghost.
Ghost is not correct. All right, Watkins, Caitlin, in which book does a character have PTSD?
The Great Shelby Holmes.
The Great Shelby Holmes.
She said Shelby Holmes. No, the correct answer is Pax. Pax.
All right, guys,
Okay.
listening. It's okay. Question 16. In which book does the main character have his getaway bike stolen?
Don't say anything.
Charlie. Luke is correct.
Swift Creek. Number 17. In which book is a character going through his first year of middle school? Vivian at Watkins. That is correct, New Kid.
All right. In which book starts off with the main character remembering the time he and his mother had to run? Baylor? He says Ghost. That is the correct answer.
Yay, Baylor.
Next question. In which book is the main character upset when his dad buys pizza for another boy? Johan. Dear Mr. Henshaw is correct.
Question 20. In which book was there a character who was short, wore enormous glasses, and had hair? Adeline at Watkins.
Flornie
That is correct.
It was Flornie Ulysses. In which book does a man have a sign saying, Colin? He said the unsung hero of Birdsong USA. That is correct.
Friends? Okay. In which book does a character have a rivalry with a girl named Nabila? Baylor at Evergreen.
Baylor says I'm all unbound.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Evergreen. Question 23. In which book do people do a positive prank? Eleanor at Watkins. That is incorrect. All I see is Watkins on my buzz-in.
Okay, well, Baylor is the fourth buzz-in. So can you repeat the question?
Sure. I don't see that on my thing, just so you know. It only has 3.
Okay.
In which book do people do a positive prank? Baylor at Evergreen.
He said the Tapper twins go to war, which is not correct.
Not correct.
It's all right, bud.
So Swift
Let's
Creek,
see.
you have a chance?
You have your mic off
Can
again.
you reread the question or no?
Yes. In which book do people do a positive prank?
All right. Their answer is a terrible 2. That's incorrect. It's the Confessions of a Principal's Kid. Positive prank.
In which book are there girls? Megna?
She passes.
Okay, I'll read the whole question. In which book are there girls named Livy and Sarah? Lulu says Bob, and that is correct.
Next question. In which book were oath marks a type of money? Johan? I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Who is next on the buzz-in?
Can you repeat the question?
Evergreen. Evergreen. All right. Evergreen, the question again was, in which book were oath marks a type of money?
She says A Night Divided.
That is correct.
Yay!
In which book does a character make a flip book about Mr. Stick Guy and his misadventure? Molly at Evergreen?
She said the last 5th grade of Emerson Elementary.
That is correct.
All right, next question. Clear the buzzers. In which book did an author collect oral history from her parents through text message? Adeline at Watkins.
She said the Tapper twins go to war.
That is correct.
In which book was there a deer named Tawny? Emma Owens. That is correct.
In which book does the main character's dad not let him and his brother go outside? Caitlin at Watkins.
Time.
It's your time. That is incorrect. She said A Night Divided. So looks like Baylor and Evergreen. Baylor and Evergreen, this is for you. Mm-hmm. In which book does the main character's dad not let him and his brother go outside of Sutton?
He said Season of Sticks Malone.
That is correct.
Next question. In which book does a girl turn down a free pizza? Baylor?
Shelby Holmes.
Great Shelby Holmes, and that is correct.
Oh,
Clear the buzzers.
the buzzer's clear.
I just cleared them, yeah.
In which book does an old man watch a parade of cows go by his home? Johan. That is correct.
In which book was there a Wonder Dome with Hyde, Magna Watkins? That is correct. Escape from Mr. Lemonshell's library.
All right. In which book? In which book do the characters decide to have an alterna fiesta? Adeline Watkins?
She says the first rule of punk.
That is correct.
Next question. In which book did the little brother bring snacks to the after-school program for his... Grace. That is correct.
In which book did a very nice man own a candy store? Adeline at Watkins.
Butterfly.
She says a butterfly. That's correct.
In which book does the main character live in Glass Manor? Baylor at Evergreen?
Ghost.
Ghost is correct. Next question. Can't hear you. Your mic is
Julie,
off.
you're muted.
37, right? I haven't read it. I was just
Yes, number
double checking the numbers.
37.
Okay, I haven't read it. Promise.
Wait, let me clear the buzzers. There you go.
Let's clear it. I haven't read it. Okay. In which book does a girl have an interpreter to help her at school? Hold on, I gotta see. Della. Her answer was Song for a Whale. That is correct.
Okay. Question 38. In which book does a boy recite a curse on his sister? Baylor at Evergreen.
Gone fishing is correct. Oh, sorry. Yes, he said gone fishing.
Good. It's fine.
Oops. In which book did a kid put a burglar alarm on his Baylor? He said, "Dear Mr. Henshaw," and that is correct.
Baylor.
The time is up. That is the end of round 1. So we're going to take, I think, a 2-minute break just to the teams breathe. And then we will resume in just a couple of minutes.
All right. This is the detail round.
Okay, that's 2 minutes. Let me real quickly reset our timer. I should
Okay,
have
for
done
those of
that.
you who didn't notice, Baylor moved. He moved to the left over here.
And you want me to read the directions for the second round?
Go ahead and do that while I'm doing this.
Okay. So the second round will be 15 minutes. Each team has the opportunity to answer questions using the buzzers. All answers will be details from the books in this round. Students can buzz as soon as they feel they know the answer, and the coach will stop reading the question as soon as the buzz is heard. Students may converse with teammates before giving an answer, but the student who buzzes in must provide the answer. Points are not deducted for incorrect answers. The entire question will be read to the other team if an incorrect title is given the first time. If all teams do not provide the correct title, then the coach will give the answer. Are there any questions? Buzzers cleared.
Let me clear the buzzers and I will start the timer now.
Our first detail question. In Ghost, Lou is an albino. What does albino mean? Della. Without pigment in their skin. Yes, that is correct.
Question 2. In the season of Sticks Malone, who called DCS, the Department of Child Services, Sloan at Watkins?
Caleb's dad.
Caleb's dad.
Does he have is there a name?
I would say that's time as well. All right, let's see who's next.
Lulu from Evergreen. Can you repeat the question?
In the season of Sticks Malone, who called DCS, the Department of Child Services, on Sticks?
10 seconds. You need a name, character name.
If you have nothing nice to say, do not speak to each other. It's not fair.
They want to pass. Swift Creek, you have a chance to get this one.
Would you like to say the name? Whatever your guess is, because you won't lose any points. We're going to pass as well.
The answer is Mr. Franklin.
Okay. Next question. In The Butterfly, did Monique's mother know that Severine's family, Baylor? He said yes. Coaches, is that all? That's all we need. Okay, that's correct.
Nice job, Baylor.
All right,
Okay,
next question. In A Night Divided, what object was left in the garden as a signal to Officer Mueller? Guys, my buzz-in disappeared. Can you tell me who was first?
It's Della McDonald at Swift Creek.
Okay. Her answer was a shovel.
That is
correct. Thank you.
Question 5. In the Tapper Twins Go to War, why was Reese's replacement backpack not as good as the backpack he had Magna at Watkins? She says it didn't have as many pockets. That's correct.
That is correct. In Wild Robot, who is Chit Chat? Grayson at Evergreen.
Chit Chat is a squirrel who's Brightbill's friend.
Yes. He said Chit Chat is a squirrel who is Brightbill's friend. That's correct.
Next question. In the first rule of punk, what is the name of Maloo's band? And
Caitlin at Watkins.
Caitlin
the
at
Cocos?
Watkins?
The Cocos?
That is correct.
In the Unsung Hero of Birdsong USA, what is Gabriel's cousin Theodora's nickname? Colin at Evergreen?
I need to answer. Pass.
Right, looks like Megna at Watkins. Tink, and that is correct.
Okay. In packs, how many quail eggs does Runt bring Pax to eat when Pax was starving? Is it Johan at Swift Creek?
Johan, it's you. I'm sorry, 3 is incorrect.
Okay, for the other teams, let me repeat it. In Pax, how many quail eggs does Runt bring Pax to eat when Pax was starving? Watkins buzzed in next with Caitlin.
Her answer is 4.
4 is incorrect. All right, Molly at Evergreen. Need an answer. 10 is incorrect. The correct answer was 7.
Anybody's guess.
All right, next question.
Next question. In New Kid, what did Jordan give Ash for a secret Santa gift? Jennifer. Her answer is sweet potato pie. That is correct.
Question 11. In A Song for a Whale, when did Iris tell her family about going to the Alaskan sanctuary? Caitlin at Watkins? Her answer is after she got grounded. It's incorrect. Let's see here. It looks like Baylor at Evergreen.
They were on the station without
That he said when they were on the cruise ship about to be in Alaska.
Sorry,
It's
bud.
That's not correct.
Swift Creek, do you have an answer? I'll read it again. In A Song for a Whale. Oh. When did Iris tell her family about going to the Alaskan sanctuary?
Oh, you were glitching. Are you okay if I read that again? They
Yeah,
missed
read
the
it
character.
again.
Okay.
Read it again.
In A Song for a Whale, when did Iris tell her family about going to the Alaskan sanctuary?
I am not.
Time.
Need an
We're
answer.
close to time. We need an answer. Give me a guess. I'm sorry, that is incorrect. This is our third one, correct?
Yeah, the
That's
answer
right.
the answer is at dinner.
At dinner.
At dinner.
Listening.
All right. At the beginning of Bob, what kind of creature does Livy think Annalise at Swift Creek?
Hold on. She said a chicken.
Incorrect. I'll read the whole question.
Listen to the question
for
again.
others.
Hold on. Go ahead.
At the beginning of Bob, what kind of creature does Livy think Bob is? Alan at Watkins had buzzed in second.
She said a zombie.
That is correct.
Next question. In Harbor Me, what does ARTT stand for? Charlie. Her answer was a room to talk. That is correct.
That is correct.
Number 14, in the Great Shelby Holmes, who stole Daisy? Eleanor at Watkins.
Zane.
That is correct. She said Zane.
Hold on.
In the last fifth grade at Emerson Elementary, what is the name of... Can you guys hear me? In the last fifth grade...
Some of our students were kicked out of it. Some of our kids were kicked out. Are you back in? Back in? Okay. Thank you. I'm sorry. Some of them got kicked out. There was a glitch. They're back in.
Sometimes it will disconnect and reconnect. Okay. In the last fifth grade of Emerson Elementary, what is the name of the middle school that's connected to Emerson, Baylor at Evergreen? He said Montgomery Middle School, but I think that's just a pronunciation. It's up to you coaches. They're giving you the thumbs up, babe.
Good
All
job,
right,
bud.
that's correct. It's actually pronounced Montgomery, but we're going to go with it. All right.
Good job, bud.
Next question.
Buzzer's clear?
Yep.
In Escape from Mr. Lemoncello's library, the last clue was this. Once you learn how to...
Oh, time. Okay.
And Macy?
Macy.
Whisper, friends. They're going to pass.
Can you read the whole question?
I can. In Escape from Mr. Lemoncello's library, the last clue was this. Once you learn how to do this, you will be forever free. What is the answer? And
They said read. Caitlin. Caitlin said read.
And that is the correct answer.
In Luke, How to Steal a Fortune, where were the stick and rag players performing? Caitlin at Watkins.
Abandoned warehouse.
They said in an abandoned warehouse, which is correct.
Next question. In The Terrible Two, who moves Principal Barkin's car? Victoria at Evergreen. She said Niles, and that is correct.
Question 19. In I Dissent, Ruth Bader Ginsburg makes her mark. What New York...
Up. We have a timer pushed. Caitlin at Watkins.
I didn't hear the answer.
She's passing.
Okay, and the next person is Maisie. And I can repeat the question. In I Dissent, Ruth Bader Ginsburg makes her mark. In what New York City neighborhood did Ruth live in as a child? I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
What did she
And
say?
He said Queens. Queens is incorrect. The next person is Colin at Evergreen.
He said, is it Brooklyn?
Brooklyn
Yes,
is correct.
In the butterfly, what was the miracle that happened in the garden? Caitlin at Watkins.
The butterflies. Butterflies.
Yes, there was butterflies around her in the garden.
Okay, in Dear Mr. Henshaw, what is the name of the catering business, Taylor, at Watkins?
Out of time.
Give a guess.
Are we out of time?
Yeah, we're out of time.
Okay, I'll repeat the question. In Dear Mr. Henshaw, what is the name of the catering business that Lee's mom works for, Victoria, at Evergreen? Need an answer. They're going to pass. Okay, Swift Creek. I can repeat the question to you.
All right, she's saying it again.
All right, dear Mr. Henshaw, what is the name of the catering business that Lee's mom works for? Swift Creek.
You guys have 10 seconds to answer this.
Need an answer.
We've got Kroger and Walmart as desperate answers.
No.
It's okay.
It's okay. They said, I don't even know what they said over here. Catering by Katie is the correct
Catering
answer.
by Katie. Good try, guys, though. I like your spirit.
And we are out of time. Let's let our scorekeepers confer with one another.
Pull your chair in. All right, guys, you don't have to need your computer. You can just pull your
They're conferring.
Okay, the results are in. And actually, I'm going to take 1 point away from the Evergreen team on our buzz-in scorekeeper because evidently I accidentally doubled one. But the final score is Evergreen 24, Watkins 16, and Swift Creek 12. So Evergreen is the winner this year. But I would like to congratulate all three teams because you guys did such an amazing job, and I am very proud of all of you.
So proud.
It was a lot of fun. Good job.
Thank you, everybody who joined us.
Yep.
Thank you, guys. If you want to wave to your parents, you can. Trying to get the camera on everyone.